Welcome to Daily Conversation. This is Mr. K.
This is Eric.
Today is the 29th of August 2021 and the time now is 6:16 a.m. Well, our topic today is remembering our personal stories is very important. Share what happened when you were 15-year-old. Right, so before we get started, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, so here we go. Yeah, so for this one, 15 years old, and yeah, it was the third year I was in the secondary school, and then at that time I would say uh um I was still kind of not having I had some friends, but those are just a very small circle, and actually I was very shy at that time. Yeah, to an extreme case, and I would say that is something called a social phobia, which I really feel anxious or stressed when talk to people, even friends, even classmates, which I was not that familiar with, and then also to talk to the teacher in the class is also something that made me very anxious. Yeah, and then uh, to a to a lighter case, I would say that is something called shyness. Yep, and I believe that I was in between social phobia and shyness. And at that time, I don't know why. The third year in my secondary school, I actually did some changes. And firstly, the third year in the secondary school, one of the thing I have to got used to is that uh, previously the second year, we call it Form 2 in secondary school. I actually went to school in the afternoon, and when it comes to Form 3, actually I have to wake up early and then went to school early in the morning, and especially the school is very far away from my house. So basically, I wake up before 6. Yeah, and I took the bus at around, yeah, just the same as the time we have the conversation. Uh, right now, 6:15, I would take the bus to the school. Yep, and then at that time, I also remember that from 3, there are many students from other classes join the class. It kind of the class the class break, and then we have different students from different class, and then we uh, and then we form a class in the third year. So at that time, actually, besides a few of my friends, and then actually there are a lot of new friends, and there were a lot of new faces. And at that time also I say I did make a change because maybe that was a good start, because those new faces, they they didn't know you. Yeah, so I kind of decided wanted to become a person that want to want to get closer to them. Not like previously, I was too shy to know to talk to friends other than in my friend circle. And then at that time, I tried to talk to them. And firstly, uh, the first step I did is that I actually um, need to remember their face, of course, in the first few days. And then after that, I actually um, kind of say hi, say hello to them when I saw them first time in a day. Yeah, for example, when I walk into the classroom, if uh, if I bump into one of my friend, and then maybe they are the new faces, and I would kind of say hello to them or good morning to them, and or even just wave my hand uh, at them, and then I found that actually um, if the people saw you, yeah, they must do something back to me. Yeah, they must respond. They must wave back their hand. They must say hi, say hello back to me because we were in the same class. So maybe just doing a few times, I found that this is a good cycle. Yeah, because every time when I do it, and every time they respond, they reply, and this actually make me very happy. I feel like I uh, already make a step forward, and this step is very important to me because previously uh, I really don't have the gut, don't have the courage to do that. Yeah, you may think that is very easy, but to me, um, even uh, even when I would like to go to the toilet in the previously, I would think twice whether to go and ask my class teacher. You know, I I was too timid. I was too shy at that time. Yeah, and after that, I started to found that communication or those interpersonal relationship, yeah, can be do like this. We need to um, take the initiative, and it was not that difficult. Yep, and because it was just some basic uh, contact between classmates, between teachers. So I started to do that starting from this year, yeah, from that year. Yep, and then after that also I actually did that until I was uh, I until I graduated from secondary school, and actually at that time also from the third year until graduations, uh, many of us still uh, in the same class. Yeah, we were in the same class. We were classmates for 3 years, and some is for 4 years. Yep. And then this is the one thing I would like to mention. And then after that, uh, uh, the first and second year, I have a group of friends, and then I call them the gang. Yeah. And then the third year, few of them actually went to other classes, and this was not something we can choose. And but luckily, many of us still in the same class. Yep. And then for this year, I would like to make a confession. Yeah, I would like to make a confession. Um, for what? For actually, um, yeah, for this one, it's like we have a group of friends, and then some of them is yeah, it's actually yeah, I don't know how to use an adjective to describe them, because uh, we were boys, young boys, and a group of young boys, and then sometimes what we think in our mind is something we call in Chinese yellow. Yeah, and then one of our friends actually is was very yellow, and then he actually affect us quite a lot because he keeps talking about uh, some yellow jokes or what, or uh, some some knowledge about uh, pornographic pornography, and he also let us know about those pornographic website, and At that time also that was the time I I I first realized that actually it was so easy to access to those uh, pornographic websites. And then at that time, uh, also we have a term which is quite funny because uh, at that age, most of the men did masturbate, and then we have something called like a game level. Yeah, we actually kind of make it gamification. Um, yeah, whenever you must masturbate the previous day, and then the other day, when this group of friends, when one of the member asks you, uh, what level are you at? And then they are actually asking you whether you did masturbate yesterday. If you don't, then uh, you can say, yeah, because 2 days you didn't masturbate means that you are at the level two. Yeah, and then if you can if you don't masturbate for a few days, let's say 5 days or a week, and then your level will be very high, like seven, 7 or 8, or some even go to 10. And then yeah, this group of friends is also kind of uh, yeah, it is it isn't bad. It is something just uh, we just want to play. And then sometimes when we saw some of my friends, some of our friends, they have very high level, and then we try to send some pictures, yeah, which is those uh, sensitive pictures with girls, and then send to them, and then we want to see whether the next day they will be uh, go back to the first level. Yeah, this is what we play in the third year in the school. And yeah, it was quite funny when we call back all this. Yeah, so these are my sharing today.
Yeah, is anybody goes to level 100?
100. No, basically in our group, people that achieve 10 levels is actually we call them very pro or something.
Pro player.
And then at that time also we actually being quite honest at that time, I can feel.
Yeah, one of my friends told me that she can did masturbations 3 times in a day. Yeah,
Wow. Mm.
and it seems like it is uh he doing it continuously. Uh, very very powerful. Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I was 15 years old, I actually have one experience, which is the first time I do the part-time job. Yeah, and it actually is booked into the tuition center that I study. Yeah, I work as a I work as a part-timer after I graduate from so I mean after I pass the not pass after I attend, the final exam,
Mm.
and we have like around 1 or 2 months break, yeah, before go to the secondary four, the form four. Yeah,
Yeah.
and this is the first time I do the part-time job, and I go to the tuition center and then help the students. And actually, I I I didn't do a lot of things. Yeah, but I just do very very basic things, and something that I once do in my house, which is something like the wash the Tupperware. Yeah, and previously I didn't wash the the plate. Yeah, the plate and like the bowl after I finish my my meal. Yeah, I just leave it there. Mm. And uh, when I work the part-time job, and the teacher asked me to help help him wash his Tupperware. Yeah, so I'm quite shocked. Yeah, because at that time what's in my mind is I don't know how to do this, but because this is a very simple task, so uh I didn't tell the teacher that I don't know how to wash, and I don't have experience of washing the Tupperware. Yeah,
yeah,
and I take and I take the food container, which is Tupperware, uh, go to the toilet. Yeah, and then I wash, and then I use the wash disher. And initially, I don't know. Uh, initially, I actually didn't put the wash disher. Yeah, because I thought I can just use the clean water and and then clean the Tupperware. Yeah. So in the first time, when when I did that, and I didn't use the wash disher, and then after I put the Tupperware back to the teacher table, and then the teacher say, "Oh, uh, the food container is not clean. You need to wash it again. You need to wash it harder." And I say,
yeah.
"Oh, okay." Yeah. So, uh, he actually don't know. He actually don't know. I didn't put the the wash disher.
Mm,
Yeah. So, and then I go back. I try to put initially I put a little, and I try. It's still oily. And then I
mm,
put a lot more. And after I wash it, I said, oh yeah, okay. So uh, after few times, I know how to wash the food container. But what I did is I put a lot of wash disher, a
mm,
lot. Yeah. So it kind of like wasting, but it makes it make the food container is very clean. Yeah. And besides wash the dishwasher, I also did something like mm, some paperwork. Okay, but that kind of paperwork is not like preparing the learning material. It's not that. Yeah, it's just
mm,
like mm, it's just like for example like photocopy the paper, something like that.
mm,
Yeah, it's very simple task. And besides of that, uh I didn't do much thing. Yeah. And this this one another part timer at that time, and this is a second year mm, for him to do the part time as a part timer. Yeah,
mm,
and he have he have much he has much more experience than me, and I like to talk to him, and she also will talk to me what he did. Mm, yeah, and we keep chatting. We kind of like didn't do the work, and then we just sit there, and then we chat.
mm,
Mm.
yeah,
And at that time, the hourly wages is, if I'm not wrong, is like 4.5 4.5 ringgits per hour. Yeah, I forget the rate. I actually forget the rate already. Mm. And but I remember I work I work a month, and then I get around 400 plus, less than 500. Mm.
mm,
Sorry, no, it's not the amount. I think I think I only get something like more than 100, but less than 200. Yeah, yeah, this is the correct amount. More than 100, but less than 200.
yeah,
And at that time, after I after I received the pay, and I realized, wow, it is so little. Yeah, because my saving is much more than that at that time. Mm,
Oh. Mm.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, but of course, mm, uh, the money, uh, by working as a part-timer, to earn the money is faster than I save. For example, I need to spend like maybe 2 months or 3 months in order to save 100 to 200. But if I work as a part-timer, I can make the money just use 1 month. Mm.
Mm.
And I also remember after I get the paid, and then I decided to buy something to reward myself, and then I buy a phone. And how much the phone cost me? Oh, sorry. Actually, it's not. Yeah, it's I buy the phone before I work as a part timer. Yeah, I buy the phone before that. Yeah, and I remember I at that time I buy the phone, and the phone is very expensive, and this and 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 this will be the most expensive phones I will buy. Yeah. And also until now, this is the most expensive phones I pay for. Yeah, and the
Mm.
phone is cost around 1,600 to 1,700. Yeah, it's very expensive.
Yeah.
Mm. And and the phone function is actually not that great. Yeah, compared to nowadays phones. But at that time, it is you can say it is something like the top phone, the top phones. And but of course, the performance is worse than something like the iPhone, the Samsung Galaxy. Mm.
Mm.
And yeah, and after 1 year and after 2 years, I actually feel regret that I bought this phone. Because it didn't give me a lot of mm, the happiness, because I cannot use the phone to do a lot of things. Just like uh, for example, now we can use our phones to watch video, to play games, and then maybe to work. And at that
Mm.
time, there's no such apps, and I I still use the computer most of the times. And the phones is just used for call, and I seldom call people. And
Mm.
SMS, and just that. Mm. And I also couldn't play the games in my dead phones because my phone was too late. Couldn't run the uh I couldn't run the game. I remember one of the game is the like the Temple Run. Temple Run
Mm.
is one of the famous game at that time. But I
Yeah.
couldn't play that on my phone. Yeah, so I really feel that, yeah, my phone is very useless. And so
Yeah.
expensive. Mm. But I used that phones until I only changed that phone until I I was in the second year in college. Yeah, so this is around 4 years. Yeah, it's around 4 years. It's very long. And I yeah, because I want to I want to maximize the utility of that phone.
Mm.
So it's something like 1,700 divided by 4 years, but it's still expensive. Yeah,
Mm.
and at that time I also, like others, which I will earn money, I also will spend money on the luxury goods. Mm, yeah. And also another another my memory in that year is I actually met the second good teacher that year. The first good teacher um the first good teacher I met is in uh when I when I was graduate from sorry when I was in primary six, and this is also a tuition teacher. The tuition teacher helped me help help me to pass the Malay language. Yeah,
Mm.
and this second good teacher is also the tuition center teacher, and he only comes to this tuition center in second half year, and he teach really good, and he's really hardworking, and she also give us a lot of additional class for free.
mm,
And he also allowed us to bring our friends, which is not the student in that tuition class comes to the the tuition center, and he will give them, yeah, he also give them uh sorry, he will also teach them, yeah, for free, yeah, in the same class.
mm,
So in his class, uh there are a lot of students, yeah, at all times. mm, one one of the things is because uh he teach really well, and the second, he apply this kind of strategy. mm, yeah, and he also teach a lot of subject, for example, like mathematics, English, and history. Yeah, history. I couldn't deny his help. Mm, to help
mm,
me from fail, which is the mark below 40, to A, which is the mark maybe above 75 or above 80. Yeah, I
oh,
couldn't deny his efforts. But yeah, but of course, I think, mm, yeah, because it's come, he come before I take the trial exam. So um so I couldn't say I I pass the exam and I get the A is fully because of him. Yeah, I would say largely um because of me, of I uh taking and working the past year exam
mm,
exercise at all night. Yeah, every night. Yeah, I think that helped me more than that. Mm.
mm. Yeah. So are you referring to the exam, which is called the PMR kind of unified exam?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
oh,
The trial exam of the PMR. Mm. Yeah, and this is also the first year that I learned about the English phonetics. Mm. And he but it's not taught by him. It's taught by another student. Sorry, it taught by another teacher. Yeah.
mm,
And at that time, it's quite interesting. But there are so many things to remember. And the teacher guarantee us we will get a certificate, and he promised that he will prepare the certificate for us. But yeah, I still haven't get it now.
mm.
Yeah, yeah.
The search for what?
The certificate of passing the English phonetic exam. Yeah, because he also prepare one of the exam, but it's a very simple exam for us. Mm. And after we pass it, after we attend the exam, and he say that he will give us the certificate, which we have passed the exam, and we have learned this English phonetic. Mm.
Yeah. So, did all of you take the exam? Yes, sir.
Yeah, most of us take the exam. Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's all the thing I want to share for today.
Yeah, I think the cert is kind of virtual. Yeah, you can think that because you all did the exam, um, and the cert is not really that important, right? Uh, and you also did you guys also get the marks. Did you?
I think
Whether the
no. Yeah, I think no.
yeah,
Mm.
so maybe this wasn't virtual. This was something in progress.
uh, the teacher is very busy. Because
Oh,
in the last month or last 2 months, and The teacher the teacher that I say that he teach really well that once, and he leave the tuition center and he go to another branch, which is in
Mm.
KL. Yeah. So in that tuition center, it only left one teacher. Yeah, really one teacher. Mm. So it's him. Yeah, it's the teacher break the promise. Mm.
It's my computer. I don't know why it directly go to the standby mode.
Yeah. So actually, this is all the thing I want to share for today.
Mm. Yeah, all right.
So that's all for our today conversation. How do you feel? Did you enjoy our conversations? Please tell us what you think of our conversation. And we are not native speakers. If you found any vocabulary mistake that we made, please also comment and let us know, because we want to learn more and improve ourselves. Remember to like and subscribe to us. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.